Billy, initial thoughts after that great win?
Yeah, certainly a great win. We got off to a great start, and we managed to hold that right through the half time. We were conscious the first 15 minutes of the second half, because in the last 3 games Antrim really came strong on us in those 15 minutes in Newcastle, Kilmallock and in Portland. So that was a really focus point at half time, and just the lads that stand strong and no flinching at any stage, and I think they did that. We absorbed the pressure that Antrim came, and you would expect them to come like that, like they're a Division 3 side, and we managed to absorb that and didn't have the wherewithal and the mindset and the ability and the gumption to go up and kick a couple of scores at crucial stages. So really happy with them and really proud of the boys. They've really developed as a group, and wherever we go, and wherever we don't go, we don't go. But to see them come up here today and really, take control of that game and never flinch, really, really proud of them.
And with these away matches, it's as much about the physical preparation you do and all that is brilliant. Obviously, when you look at the players, the condition, but it's the wins away from home. It's a real mental test. And what was your impression of the lads today when coming up here, dealing with the travel and dealing with all that, and then I suppose Antrim coming back at them in the second half?
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Pa. Look, I observed it last night, watched for them, and they were very much together as a group, and I think we're missing 3 and 3, 6, maybe 7 or 8 of the team that started against Cork last year, and you bring young lads in and they're just so comfortable with each other, and they're very much unified as a group, and whatever matches come after that, it's great to see 26 lads today and the 6 or 7 that are now with us as a group and enjoy each other's company and fight for each other, and we won't always get the results, so that's a given, but knowing that lads have your back and will cover you, and it's fantastic, to be part of that, and we'll just go on, we'll roll until out in 2 weeks time now, and you and I are around long enough to know there's no guarantees with them with football, so I want the lads to really enjoy tonight's experience, and we'll worry about Louth when we wake up Monday morning, and then Antrim will be truly forgotten.
Yeah, and you mentioned it there, it's especially even more pleasing when it's a panel effort that does it, because it's now you're not relying on the starting 15, and you probably wouldn't have wanted it, but you've been really tested in the first 2 matches with coming into the league, missing a few players, then getting the 2 or 3 injuries from last week, and even today during the match getting 2 or 3 more injuries, and seeing the likes of lads who some people may not have even known about stepping up and getting you over the line and doing just as good a job as the fellas who were coming off the field. It must be especially pleasing. Yeah,
I'm really pleased with that. I'm pleased for the lads too. There's a couple of them there. I don't want to pick out one over the other, but I suppose a couple of lads came in to start this year and they were injured, and that I was disappointed with that, because I had high hopes of 1 or 2 of these lads as we look forward to the year. But look, when I went on there today and did an outstanding job, when he went into a pivotal position, and you take another couple of young lads who come in, and the group is growing, and look, I suppose my record is showing that lads who come in with us, they have turned their key before they're set loose, because you have to build that trust between the player and the management team over a period of time, and unfortunately, some of our lads are not physically ready for it, and you don't want to give them a bad experience initially, so they've got to work, and in that working process they'll tell you whether they really are going to work and whether they really want to play inter-county, because my God, it's such a commitment for lads and no guarantees at any point in time. So very pleasing today that we were able to stretch the squad and win. God, that's just fantastic, for the group as a whole,
And just last thing then, and we'll have a quick word on the playing style. Look, I suppose any manager would love going out and you're getting goals. It makes your life a lot easier, but as it stands right at the minute, Limerick coming into this weekend were the top goal scorers in all 4 leagues, added another 2 there in the first half, and the 2 goals are very different. The first one was running football through the hands with a finish from Keane, and the second one was 2 kick passes, Dara to Hugh Burke mark, kick pass into Peter Nash and a goal. Is it something that you've been concentrating a bit more on this year, to say that you've got so many goal chances in the first 2 matches, or is it just something that's developed over a course of time?
Well, I suppose, look, we've certainly kind of focused not so much on goals, but just about to play attack. I think I said last weekend, we're evolving all the time, and I still think we have a bit of evolution to go with the group. But look, first and foremost, before you can see ability in any person, you've got to make sure they're up to the pitch with them, make sure they've got the confidence in themselves with that ability, and sometimes players don't, even though we expect a lot of them, you take someone like Josh Ryan there, he's 23. We quickly forget that because he's 6'6", but you're 20, you've lived life at 23 years of age, and you have to experience things before you really become, able to really express yourself at that level. And it's a journey, and there are a couple of exceptions up and down the country in the past, but they're few and far between. And so look, it's all about developing them and encouraging them and getting them to believe in themselves as individuals and as footballers. And then when they've got that belief, go and play to enjoy yourself. Football is a sport, it's a hobby. We found out the last number of years that life is tough for people, so why would you make it unenjoyable? You just have to go and play, and there will be pressure at times. You have to absorb that. There's pressure in all walks of life, whether it's personal or professionally or whatever. So you just take that on the chin and